Hello, and welcome to the video New in Python 3.5. In this video, we're going to take a look at the changes in Python version 3.5 specifically. The syntactic changes, the changes in the packages, and a bunch of other changes as well. Let's get started. Python 3.5 has three new groups of syntactic additions. The first of those groups is the introduction of keywords for describing coroutines. Python already supported coroutines, but the keywords make things clearer and sometimes simpler. We'll be talking about coroutines in depth in a later section, so we won't go into this any further just now. The second piece of new syntax is the introduction of the @ symbol as an infix binary operator. That means that placing an @ symbol between two sub-expressions is now a valid Python expression, just like placing a plus symbol between them would be. However, since no built-in data types support the @ symbol operator yet, we won't be finding much use for it in this course. Intended semantic meaning of the @ symbol is that it should represent matrix multiplication, and it was added to improve support for and interoperability between third-party packages that implement matrices and matrix operations. The third piece of new syntax is an expansion of Python's pre-existing syntax for using lists and dictionaries to provide the parameter values when invoking a function. Before, it was possible to put an asterisk before a list of values to indicate that those values should be assigned to the parameters in the same order that they appeared in the list, or similarly, to use two asterisks to indicate that the values in a dictionary with text string keys should be assigned to the function's parameters by name. The new syntax is just that we can now use more than one list or dictionary in this way, and that we can use the same asterisk and double asterisk syntax for constructing tuples, lists, dictionaries, and sets. We mentioned earlier that while Python attaches data types to data values rather than variables, it is possible to use function annotations to describe the expected types of function annotations, of function parameters, return values. Python 3.5 now includes in the standard library a package called typing that contains classes and functions supporting that usage. Python 3.5 now includes a package called zipapp in the standard library. This package makes it easy to construct .pys files. .pys file is an archive file containing Python code and arbitrary read-only data, which the Python runtime is able to execute as a self-contained program. Once a program is debugged and ready for distribution, packaging it into a .pys file is a simple and smart way to hand it to the users. There are some low-level improvements in Python 3.5, like faster reading of file system directories, automatic retrying of interrupted operating system calls, and a math.is close function for checking whether two numbers are approximately equal. There are also a bunch more minor additions that improve things throughout the standard library, all backwards compatible with earlier Python 3 versions. In the rare cases where something is added that breaks backwards compatibility, it's not enabled by default. For such a change, if we want to use it, we'd have to specifically mark our code as supporting the change. Those changes will not become standard until Python version 3.7, with Python 3.5 and 3.6 issuing warnings when they encounter code that depends on the changing feature. In Python 3.5, there is only one such change, a small and smart alteration in the iteration protocol. It shouldn't have any effect on code that works properly, but technically, it's a change in the interface, and so it gets the full wait 2 versions treatment. If you want more detail about any of these changes I've mentioned, or if you ever want to find out what's changed between versions of Python. The documentation on docs.python.org always contains a What's New document that goes into some detail about new features and provides links to the full documentation. I always look forward to reading the What's New document for each release of Python to find out what new toys I've just been handed. So, we've now had a high-level view of the Python standard library, introducing us to some of the more useful items it contains. That brings us to the end of our Python primer. In this section, we've quickly covered the syntax, basic assumptions, and fundamental tools of the Python programming language. In the next section, we're going to see how to set up a Python programming environment for us to work in for the remainder of the course, and learn a bit about how to integrate third-party code. Join me there.